Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlickers, shills, destlays, horse peasants, vassals, minions, meat sacks. I'm Useful Idiot. Welcome, and let's go to the good old USA. I can say that this time because it's not a video about a bloodbath in the Middle East. It's not a video about all the people that are pissed off about Trump. This is a video about Google and their new self-driving minivans that are going to hit the road this month, January 2017. And this story is really interesting in a lot of ways for me because of course, my regulars know I do a lot of videos about this new phenomenon of self-driving cars and this move to automation, robotics in general, and there's going to be a lot of displacement and deflationary forces unleashed by all of this. And I've gone into that at length in a number of other videos. But this is interesting because it's very quick. These stories seem to be popping up every day now, and all the more interesting because we have this phenomenon of the fact that we have car companies who are working on self-driving cars, but we also have computer companies and all these other technological companies that are working on self-driving cars that generally have nothing to do with automotive, marketing cars and the like. So very interesting. And as one of my friends pointed out, Apagugu, these cars are no longer just automobiles. They are computers on wheels, and that's important to remember about these new technologies. But the other debate, of course, is that there's so many people that are skeptical of self-driving cars. Look at all the problems that one would have with them, and it's got to be 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 years off. It's such an astounding technology. But we see these self-driving cars, this technology advancing significantly day by day, week by week, month by month, and it's really fast how quickly the future is coming. And a good example of how things change quickly is the fact that the sensors that Google uses in these self-driving cars, they used to purchase for $75,000 in 2009. And now that same sensor is made in-house and only costs $7,500. So an amazing drop in price. So as this becomes more and more economically feasible and the technology becomes more and more sophisticated, then this technology gets all the more realized. And like I say, there's been a couple of schools of thought. There's people who think this must be decades off because there's so many things that need to be worked out. And then other people who particularly experts in the field, are saying that we're going to see this changeover in a handful of years, maybe as few as 5 years. We're going to see self-driving cars everywhere, and it's going to have a huge impact on various sectors, including taxis and people who drive trucks for a living. This is going to drastically change the entire landscape, and I've seen some articles, and I've done videos on this. The fact that there's a little skepticism now that there's a fair amount of hype in the industry, but it's really hard to tell how much hype there is because, like I say, now we have Google new self-driving minivans hitting the road this month, and as I pointed out in my other videos, there's an interface between robotics, automation, computers, and that as far as self-driving cars go, getting up to the 80 to 90% point of feasibility, it was the easy part relatively, but getting that last 10% is going to be the tough part, and that's where it could take a number of years. But still, it's realistic to imagine that it's going to be 3, 4, 5 years at the exponential growth of these technologies, and not 10 or 20. And Waymo, which is this Google company, and they were spun off from Google in 2016. But they're the startup that is creating this new Google self-driving minivan, and then the Chrysler Pacifica minivans. And these were tested in Mountain View, California, and Phoenix, Arizona. This is where these Google minivans are going to be used and integrated and to do further testing. And that's the same place where Lexus SUVs have been used for the last several years testing. So they're going to have a whole bunch of self-driving vehicles down there in Phoenix and Mountain View. So like I say, all this technology in this case with Google and Waymo is all being done in-house, and so they have a lot better control and they can continue to lower costs, and the automotive companies will undoubtedly be using the same model. So very interesting. Once again, a video about the future is here now. Google's new self-driving minivans on the road this month. I'm Useful Idiot. Don't you be one too.